Election integrity. It does not mean what you think it means. An article presented to you by Election Integrity Project, California. Election Integrity Project, California has been dedicated to restoring election integrity in California and in the rest of the country since its founding in December 2010. To slightly rephrase a once popular song, we were election integrity when election integrity wasn't cool. 15 years ago, very few legislators, media outlets, or journalists were willing to talk about election integrity. Now, the term election integrity is everywhere. Those who have the most to lose by transparency and needed reform regularly clutch their collective pearls and protest the very notion that anyone would question their perfect system. Grifters in every state often fly the phrase as a flag of legitimacy and as a battle cry to attract the financial contributions of desperate people who know their voices have been silenced and the republic replaced by socialist oligarchy. Meanwhile, a good number of legitimate people and organizations are working with laudable dedication to restore election integrity as they define it. However, to quote Princess Bride's Inigo Montoya, I do not think it means what you think it means. Yes, election integrity is accurate and properly maintained voter rolls, secure handling of ballots, and unbreakable chain of custody, unquestionable verification of the identity and eligibility of every voter at the moment of registration and at the moment of casting a vote, inviolable secret ballot, swift and accurate tabulation of every lawful vote, which means elimination of hackable electronic voting system equipment, complete transparency, and reasonable access for every eligible citizen to vote. But election integrity is so much more. If we are to continue the difficult journey toward true election integrity, we must have a strong grasp on its much broader definition. Election integrity is the cornerstone of liberty and freedom. It forms the pillars upon which the idea, the dream, the reality of the America created by the founders rests. It is why America, as it was founded, works, and why its corruption and disintegration threaten the very existence of that America. A key portion of EIPCA's stated mission is to fulfill American citizens' duty to actively participate in the governing of our state and country, a government of, by, and for the people. That full participation is the true definition of election integrity. Active participation in governing, in other words, self-governance, is not fulfilled merely by casting a vote. Election integrity is complete, active, and ceaseless self-governance. Self-governance begets true freedom and can be attained and sustained only through personal responsibility. As a society, we are rapidly forgetting what makes us great, unique, prosperous, and blessed. We must elect to live in harmony with our Creator and the natural world He provides us, in harmony with our own better nature, in harmony with our fellow compatriots, and in harmony with everyone else worldwide who chooses to acknowledge each person's and country's right to autonomy and self-governance. We must elect to do what it takes to dismantle the corrupt systems within our own governmental agencies and systems. We must elect to be Americans in the mold of the first colonists and the founders of the greatest country in the history of human civilization, united by a mutual pledge of our lives, fortunes, and sacred honor. We must elect honorable public servants. The absolute integrity of the election system is vital to protect the people's right to elect their representatives and fire those who betray their trust. There's the rub. In a republic, supreme power is vested in the people, who then empower representatives through elections to exercise that power on their behalf. However, a corrupt and manipulatable election system transfers power away from the people to those who are illicitly in a position of power and authority. EIPCA's 15 years of research and documentation clearly proves the election system in California and much of the rest of the country is corrupt and ripe for manipulation. As a society, we succumb more and more each day to the easy button. There is little we have to wait long for or work hard for. We move through each day as if we were unaware that all of life as we know it can be taken from us in the blink of an eye by something as simple as a sun flare, a human-generated EMP, or a catastrophic grid collapse. Even more threatening is the knowledge that life as we know it can also be taken from us slowly and incrementally through the passing of bad laws, appointment of corrupt bureaucrats, and failure of law enforcement and the judicial system to call out that corruption. Only strongly functioning concentric circles of localized self-governance entities, self, family, neighborhood, religious institutions, city, will see us through difficult times that surely will come in one form or another. And we must see that these entities are in place and maintained in advance and at all times. Today, California, and indeed the entire United States, face a constitutional crisis. The very system that underpins the people's right of self-governance, a fair, honest, transparent, and valid election process, has been turned on its head. Those in power have injected into the election system entry points of corruption and manipulation to ensure they stay in power. Because of the hard work and dedication of EIPCA volunteers, the restoration of election integrity is well underway. We urge you to acquaint yourself with EIPCA's federal legislative proposal, which is on our website and also linked in this article. We will be discussing it with you at length in succeeding months, and only you can ensure its success. Election integrity in every sense of the word must be restored. Anything else condemns both ourselves and our posterity to tyranny.